So if you are someone who is desiring to go through this quantum leap, so going on from yesterday's live, I wanted to create a live that gives you some practicality on how you can actually experience this quantum leap. Because if you've clicked on this video and you are watching this particular live, whether you are live with us right now or whether you are watching the recording, you are here because you are wanting to experience that quantum leap. And like what I spoke about yesterday, is that this is completely possible for you. Anything is possible, right? Anything is possible when you are playing in the quantum realm. But you're wanting some more practical steps. You're wanting to know the how. And straight away, of course, we go to the how. What can I focus on? How can I move forward to experience that quantum leap? To experience my desires in my observed reality, because that is why we desire what it is that we desire. And in this particular live video, I want to break down exactly what I did to have my quantum leap, exactly what I focused on, so that you can too focus on these particular things and experience this whole new exciting reality. Oh my goodness, I feel it for you, and I feel the momentum, because essentially what a quantum leap is where you have built the momentum towards this new timeline in the quantum field. You have built the momentum enough that it is the tipping point where everything comes in all at once. It's like nothing, 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 small shifts, and then boom, quantum leap. And I want to take you back to my journey of going through this exact process and having my own quantum leap, so that you can take these particular steps so that you have some more practicality around it as well. So in the beginning of 2022, so everything in my life crumbled down, right? I was in this space. We had to move back in with Josh's grandma. So beautiful Josh's grandma allowed us to stay with her because we got kicked out of our apartment. I actually invested all of the money that I had in something that did not actually align with me. So I was $0, even in debt at this stage as well. We were living with family. We got kicked out of our apartment. And to cut a long story short, this was not the life that I ultimately desired. And I felt like I was incorporating everything into the manifestation process. But I wasn't. I honestly wasn't. I was doing all of the external things, all of the manifestation processes, like what I spoke about yesterday in yesterday's video. And that is why it is so, so potent. So if you haven't watched yesterday's live yet, I highly recommend going to listen to that first. But I was at this period, and this is, such a vulnerable share as well, is just like, I felt so disheartened. I felt so lost. I felt like life was happening to me and not for me. And Josh actually, finished his degree, and he's like, well, I'm moving to the Sunshine Coast because that is where I've got my new job. But at that point, I was just like, well, I don't have the money to come with you. I'm going to have to move back in with my family. It was just this limited self. I felt so limited in this period of my life. And that's why I say, this material, this work has honestly changed my life, because at that point I felt so limited. I felt like there was no way out of this. There was no way out of this. And it was at that point where I was literally on my hands and knees being like, there has to be more. I know that I'm meant for more. I know that I'm meant for more. And at this point, I had gone down the logical path. I had studied my degree in nutritional medicine. I had taken all of the steps that I thought I had to take in order to attract the life that I desire. But ultimately, it led me to this place where I felt like a complete failure. And, I'm feeling called to share this. If you are feeling at this place right now, just know that there is so much more for you just around the corner. You deserve, and you are going to attract the most magical, incredible life. But it starts with actually realizing that there is more, actually realizing your power, actually taking back your power, and moving towards creating this new life. Because at that stage, I heard this voice come through from within me and said, you are the co-creator of your life. You have the power within you. And it was at this moment that everything started to click. And I was just like, yes, okay, this is my observed world. This is, not real, essentially. And I have the power to go within. I have the power to shift this internally and create a quantum leap in my life. So I decided the first thing and the first step was, okay, I knew that I was meant for more. And I knew that there was more to this manifestation thing. And that is when I really started to delve into and learn about the science behind manifestations, learn about the quantum realm, learn about the universal laws, and how to actually apply them to myself and to my life. Because the thing is, if we don't actually truly believe in the manifestation process, if we don't actually truly believe in, the quantum realm, in the universal laws, then of course it's not actually going to work for us, because what we believe manifests. So that's what I spoke about yesterday in yesterday's live. So I knew that I had to build my belief in who I actually was, what this thing called manifestation truly was, and build my belief in the quantum realm. So that was the first step on manifesting and quantum leaping into a new reality. And once I delved into that, once I built my belief in the manifestation process, I was on this whole new level. I was just like, yes, I know that manifestation is real. Everyone is manifesting right now. You are manifesting right now. Like what I spoke about yesterday. It's like you don't have to do anything to become magnetic. You are already magnetic. You are just magnetic to things that you don't want right now, rather than the things that you actually do want. So that's when I learned how to actually shift and use the energetic laws of the universe to shift my magnet to what it is that I do want. So that's when I got really clear on what is it that I actually want to experience. I know that there's already a reality in the quantum where I'm experiencing these things. So let's get really clear on what I want. So that's the other piece of the process. I got clear on what it is that I desired to attract. And when I was super clear on that, and when I could actually connect to what it is that I wanted, that's honestly when so much shifted. And when I actually declared what I wanted from a space of what my soul was drawing me towards, not what I thought I wanted, that's when a program actually came into my awareness. And I was just like, hang on a second. I can't invest into another program. What are you talking about? You've already spent $70,000 on a uni degree. You've already invested $40,000 in something that was not aligned with you. Who the fuck do you think you are? And it was at that point where I had the decision, where I could actually learn how to follow my intuition, because I knew that in order to attract what I desired to attract, I knew that the pathway to creating that was actually by following my intuition. So that's when I started to learn how to actually follow my unique intuition, because everyone's intuition speaks to them differently. Everyone's intuition is unique to you. And what is blocking your intuition right now? What is, making you question your intuition is so unique to you. So once I actually learned to decondition from all of the shoulds, learn the difference between my intuition and my ego, I decided to follow my intuition and invest in this program. And oh my goodness, I can't even explain what happened next. So the steps being, I learned the science behind manifestation. I built my belief in the manifestation process. I got really clear on what it is that I wanted, right? And you can follow these steps as well. I learned how to connect with my intuition, and I followed everything that my intuition was telling me. My intuition was telling me to go to this place instead of that place. My intuition was telling me to invest in this thing because this is what is going to help you to gain the knowledge to actually create the life that I desire. Because the thing about intuition and the misconception about intuition is that it's like, well, my intuition's just going to lead me to the how. Like, I don't need to invest in that program because my intuition will guide me. But the intuition is literally guiding you to the thing so that you can have the knowledge to then create the life that it is that you desire, or whatever it is that you desire, right? So at that point, I invested in this program, which helped me shift my identity. So the next part of this quantum leap was creating an identity that was actually aligned with what it is that I desired to call in, right? Creating the identity. So we talk about being an energetic match to what it is that you desire to call in. So this was the step of becoming that energetic match to what it is that I desired to call in. So I desired to attract the 6 figures. I desired to attract the new home. I desired to move to the Sunshine Coast with Josh. And I had this life, I had this picture in my mind. And you might have this picture in your mind. You might have that vision board that you have created maybe in January of this year or whenever you created that vision board. But instead of just looking at that vision board, instead of just feeling the feelings, I want you to take that one step further and ask yourself, who do I need to become? Who do I need to step into? Who is this version of me who is already living in that desired reality? Because when you actually match the vibration, when you actually match the identity, the consciousness of this version of you who is already living in that reality, that is when that quantum leap happens. Honestly, like when you are that version of you, you become that version of you. So that was a huge piece of the puzzle. And then as I became this version of me, and I kept feeding the momentum towards this new timeline, and this is honestly the biggest piece in the manifestation process that I want to share with you. And the last piece that I want to share with you as well is that yes, you can do everything right. Yes, you can create the vision board. Yes, you can build your belief in the manifestation process. Yes, you can have, that identity that matches the vision board. But then it's about actually building that momentum towards this new timeline, right? Because like what I said in the beginning, that is what a quantum leap is. It's building the momentum towards this new timeline until it pops off, the tipping point when everything comes in. And often a lot of people see a lot of people at that tipping point and think, whoa, manifestation, like they're just lucky, right? They must have, grown up in the right environment. They must have just handed everything that they desire. But no, they have followed this process. They have built momentum towards this new timeline. And now everything is tipping and they've quantum leaped into this new timeline. So that is where so many people come undone when it comes to having their quantum leap, because they start to look at their external world for the evidence. And once they start looking at their external reality and nothing has shifted, they drop their belief. They drop the new identity. They drop the desire rather than holding the energetic frequency, rather than holding that identity, rather than looking within and seeing that, of course, your desires are meant for you. Of course, your desires are on their way. But there is a lag time between asking, becoming that energetic match, and then seeing it in your observed reality. Because the 3D dimension is dense. It's more dense than what we can just visualize. But the mistake people make is thinking, well, nothing is changing in my reality, therefore it's not working. I'm just going to give up on this. Manifestation doesn't work. What are you even talking about? This is the most crucial part. And if you want to have a quantum leap this year, because massive things can happen in the next 2 months. Massive things can happen if you start to build this momentum towards this new reality. I'm talking like timeline shifting is possible for you. But you have to hold the frequency. You have to learn how to, rewire beliefs when they come up so that you can continuously tap back into the energy, tap back into the identity of already having what it is that you desire, right up until the tipping point happens and everything shifts and you quantum leap into that new reality. So this was the biggest piece for me. Even when my external reality said there's no fucking way that you're attracting what it is that you desire, I went from having $0 at the beginning to then quantum leaping into the six figures, quantum leaping into the dream home, quantum leaping into the relationship of my dreams. Everything that I desired popped off because I was able to keep this frequency, because I was able to keep building the momentum towards this new timeline until it tipped off. Even when things in my external reality felt like they were going backwards. Like I started to, attract some fines. I started to attract things that did not look like things were working out for me. It looked like the opposite. And I was able to know that that's just the law of opposites. That is the law of polarity playing out. We can't have the darkness without, we can't have the light without the darkness, right? And when you can learn how to work with these universal laws so that you can hold that frequency until the tipping point, that is when everything changes. And this is honestly so impactful. And when you can learn exactly what to focus on, it seems like a lot, but it's just something that you just do without even thinking about it. It's like, oh, okay, yep, that's playing out. Okay, I can shift that, come back to alignment. And that is honestly the most potent thing. And all of these steps that happened that allowed me to quantum leap into this new reality, that is literally what I have converted into modules within the Lucky Girl Academy, right? We learn the science of becoming the lucky girl, the science, the quantum, the universal laws. That is what we are going through this week. Then we create the vision, exactly what you want. Then we learn the identity work, how to shift into becoming an energetic match to what it is that you desire. We'll learn then how to unlock the full potential of your intuition. We then go on to a learning how to stay that energetic match right up until the tipping point when everything shifts and comes into fruition in your life. Because that in-between period is where everyone drops the energy and alignment, but not you, because you are ready for massive change. You are ready to have this quantum leap in your life. I know that and I can feel that. And that is why you have jumped on and listened to this video up until this point. It is all possible for you. It is right there waiting for you to experience and learn exactly what to focus on to have this quantum leap in your life. So if you want to have a space where you have the exact process that you can just follow step by step, then join us in the Lucky Girl Academy. There's also a community space. So when you are feeling like, oh my goodness, things are going backwards, things aren't working out for me, I know exactly what is happening, how to shift that for you so that you can come back into alignment, so that you can have that tipping point experience. Because how fun is a quantum leap? How fun is actually experiencing the things that you desire to experience in this lifetime? It is all there for you to experience, and I'm so excited for you to experience that. And if you feel called to join us in the Lucky Girl Academy, then send me a message, or the link is in my bio. All of the details are there. We have started. The doors are open until the end of this week. I'm so excited for you because your next quantum leap is just around the corner. I love you all so much. I am just about to go to Noosa to go to the beach, maybe have a couple of cocktails with my partner because we have just manifested something so incredible. I can't wait to share more of this later on, but this is the life that you get to experience where manifestations are popping off. You feel like a lucky girl, but really, you know it's because you followed this process. You know that it is because you're a part of the Lucky Girl Academy. All right, I love you all so much. I will see you soon. Bye.